Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jose, and I hope you guys are having a great green day like me, even though personally I really want the markets to continue to go down. That's why I'm very hesitant into buying whenever there's green days. I'm actually waiting and expecting for there to be red days in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. And as you all know, I made a video yesterday and I said if I see the markets go down more, I'll probably buy some put options, but the exact opposite happened today. It was such a green day in the markets. If you look at the SPY ETF right here, it's back basically to where it was, 255, and it's basically testing that right now. And we're gonna have to see what happens tomorrow, whether or not it breaks through this line, which right now it seems like it is, because in the futures markets, it seems like SPY and the Dow and everything is gonna be up more, which is crazy because I was never expecting this. That this might actually be a higher trend. If we hit this, then most likely it would continue just to go up, which would be a complete V shape in less than from the highs, which was around like in the February 20th, to the lows, which was in basically right about a month after. And then we might just see in its, and what day is it today? Probably in April 20th we'll be back up. No, I'm just kidding, but that's basically how it is right now, that the markets is just V-shaped. Even though what's been going on, the virus is slowing down, according to everyone else that's been counting how many people have been getting infected and how many people are recovering. Even though the deaths are actually going up a lot, but less people are getting infected, which is good. So it might lead to actually us, the United States, reopening in on May 1st, like how Donald Trump said, president. And I was actually expecting for the maybe the United States to be closed a little bit longer, which would affect the markets even more. And that's why I wanted the markets to go down more. I wanted us to be more cautious, because if we do reopen the country early or on time, there's always that risk that we might risk more the infection to spike again. Instead of it slowing down and stopping, we might see another spike, which then we might have to close down the country again, and this time close it for a while just to be safe, just to stop it for at least the near term, because as it seems that this won't stop anytime soon until we see a vaccine, which vaccine's gonna take a while. It's gonna take maybe a year or two. So this is why I'm bearish in the short term. In the at least for this year, I don't think the market should recover. My opinion, but you never know what happens. But it's just surprising how the markets just keep going up, and it seems like it just keeps going up. Good thing I didn't buy a put today, because if I did buy it earlier, because I did work, that's why I don't really be buying options, because I'm not constantly looking at what's going on, because I don't know where I can be buying a put option and then news comes out, some great news, and then maybe the markets go up a lot. And that's the risk with buying options, because it's super volatile, unpredictable. At least right now, you can't really predict what's going on. But let's go into my positions. As you see, I'm actually going to show you the peak of my portfolio. I think it was about 3 months, right? 3 months. This is devastating to me. You guys are going to see how close I was actually. Probably if the markets kept going up and nothing happened, I would probably be closer to 50,000 right now. But at the highest point, I was up to $37,618. Man, imagine if I was able to sell all my holdings back then, and was able to reopen positions back around this point. I would be insane. I would probably have triple the shares I would have of all these companies, which would be crazy. And then for sure, once this recovered, I'll probably be up north of 50,000, maybe even closer to 100,000. Maybe we would have to rename the this challenge to Road to 100K now, part 2, and then after that, Road to a quarter million. That's the goal, and that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm hoping the markets test new lows again, so I can buy more stocks at a cheap price. The ultimate one that I want to buy is Tesla. Tesla's such a great buy, such a great long-term hold. If I was to only buy 5 stocks right here, I would have 4 that I know for a fact long-term is great buys, and 1 super spec play, just because I love volatility and I want to get high risk, high return. Tesla would be one of them. Facebook, more safer play. Uber, that's 3 right there. Uber. Oral cannabis would be my ultimate spec. And I don't know what would my last one be. Square, Facebook, Tesla, Uber, and Aurora Cannabis. 5 stocks that I believe have so much potential. Facebook is such a big company and still has so much potential. It's crazy. I can see Facebook in the next 5 to 10 years to be in the $1 trillion club with Apple and Microsoft. I can totally see that happening. But look at that. That's my little portfolio right there. Highest point was around 37,000, probably even higher than that. And right now we're back at 13,000. The lowest point, we're below 8,000. Highest above 37,000, lowest 7,000. I don't know how much my portfolio dropped from there. As you see right here, I was back at 20,000. 20,000 right here to all the way to 7. Just that right there is a 62,000 drop. And let's actually go to my 1 year. 1 year I'm up 21.99%, which is pretty good. My goal is to go back to this, and the only way I feel I can go back to this is if I buy a lot of Tesla or any stock right now that can double from now until the recovery. Tesla, I believe by the end of next year, Tesla's going to be over $1,000 stock. So that's why I'm really hoping it goes back down to 200 or closer. Anywhere below 500 for me would be a buy. So that's what I'm going to be doing. If every time Tesla hits under $500, I'm going to buy $100 worth of the stock, because now I can get fractional shares, which is great. And look at that. If we just start looking at my positions, I'm not really going to go through everything real quick. I'm just going to see how today affected my total return. So you see, the other day I said if Square had another good day, I'm basically in the green. Look what happened. My return's back into the green, 0.92%. And just in the past 3 months, the lowest point right here was at $35. Was at $35, guys. Holy. And look at that. The highest point of this one is close to 100. Close to 100, and it's at 57 right now. And Square's getting affected really badly because Square usually has a lot of business with the smaller business. And as we all know, businesses are just closed. And not many businesses are going to survive this, which means Square is going to get hurt, because if not that many businesses survive, that means they won't be able to get that much from their customers, because they actually would be losing customers, because their customers would be losing their businesses. But in the long term, Square, can it 10x? Can it 10x? I don't know. But I can see this company doubling, tripling, maybe even 4 times in the next 5 to 10 years. And that's good enough for me. And I want to eventually get Square to be one of my top positions. But as you see, Square was one of those stocks that I was down so much. And now, I think it was at 35, and now it's at 57. I'm breaking even. Facebook, same thing. I was down so much on this, but now I'm breaking even on this. My average cost is at 172, and right now it's at 174. If we look at the 1 year, The highest point it being so far around 220s. So it still has about 50 bucks to get back to. As you see, I'm positioned well. If the markets go down, I want to be buying more. And right now I'm just holding cash. And it's really hard to hold cash right now. I really only want to buy companies that I'm down on, and right now these two I'm breaking even, my average cost. Let's go to the next one. Oh, actually, if you guys don't know, I actually posted a video before of me buying some calls, some long-term calls on Facebook. Let's see, when was this? Right here. I bought some right here. You can't believe. Let me show you my history. Let me show you. Show you this. What happened? I think this was in the Cambridge Analytica scandal that happened a long time ago. I think 2018. And I was in Facebook. I saw the drop, and I'm like, there is no way that this is gonna keep going down. And I bought some calls. If this thing can just hurry up. Sorry, my internet connection's not good. Oh my god. If I bought some calls, right, and it just continued, the news just kept going, it was just getting worse and worse and worse. Let's actually see, where did I buy it? Oh, this one I bought. I bought it on September 4th, 2018, and I sold it, what is that? September, October, November, December, January. 5 months, 4 or 5 months off. And I lost this much. But if I was right, ooh, I would have made so much money on it. But of course, you live and you learn. This is the first time I did some medium long-term calls. I was wrong. And that's why I'm very hesitant on doing just pure naked calls. And at this time, my portfolio was not worth a lot. I think it was worth maybe less than $5,000 or $6,000. So I was putting basically about half of my portfolio into one play. And that's something I would never ever do again. That's why I'm very hesitant in doing calls and puts, because I'm not really willing to risk my portfolio on just one huge position. Even if the position has a high probability of profit, uh, getting money from it, I don't think I would be able to put that much, 50% of my portfolio on that. No, 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 no. Nvidia. So far, I don't even think there was one day where I was actually down on my position on Nvidia, because my average cost is so low that it didn't even get close to it. Tesla, it's at 550. My average cost is just above $500, and I have 5 shares. My goal: get as much shares of Tesla under 500 as possible. So if I see Tesla going below $500, I'm buying as much as I can. Uber, let's actually look at Uber. I think Uber, my average cost is at $32. So this one I'm still finding to buy. Goal: 100 shares of Uber, long term. Maybe even 200, depends. Just depends how long Uber can stay down for. I'm still down 15.6%. And let's actually look at how high Uber's been. $46, but in the short term it was at 40, just above 40. Let's go to the next one. Uber, Roku, it's at 89 right now. Average cost is 112, so I still have a long ways away from hitting my 52-week high. But let's actually look at the graph. The highest it's been is $169.86. You see, if it ever gets back to that, then I'll be positioned good. I don't really want to buy that much because I have 2,000 in already. Once I get my other positions, my portfolio uh, leveled out, then I'll probably get back into this. So right now, Uber and Roku are the only two that I'm down. All my cannabis companies are down a lot. Okay, they're just down a lot. I got into them early, and I just kept dropping and dropping and dropping. And right now, I'm just gonna be holding, and I'm selling calls to slowly gain back some of the money that I'm down on. And it's okay for me. I'll hold these as long as possible. As long as they don't go bankrupt, I'm okay. AMD, Apple, Shopify, Microsoft are I'm all up on since I bought such a good price. AMD, let's see. I want to get more AMD, but if the markets just keep going up and it keeps going up, then I won't be able to get any more, and I'm gonna be holding. But right now, I see my average cost is 41. I'm up 18% already. So as long as there's a drop of 18% in AMD, I'm not buying anything, at least right now. Apple, I got in at 235, it's at 267, up 13.36%. And let's actually look at the 52-week high. I think it was like 320, 320-ish. Let's just say it was the highest point was around 330. 330, my average cost is 230. That's $100 per share gain. That's still not good enough for me. I want to get ultimate goal for me, Apple, Microsoft, 100 shares so I can sell calls to make passive income from them. Because let's actually look at some calls that we can sell if we did have the 100 shares right now. If this could just load, come on. Let's go. Let's sell some calls. See short term, April 17th. Sell some calls, 267. Oh, I'll probably be doing these ones, these two, around these two. 285. So I'll be probably making about 70 bucks. And how many? $70 every week. That's pretty good. Pretty good. If I was more riskier than probably $130. And it would have to be a 15% drop in change in a week for me to sell to get to my strike price of selling, and that's what we don't want. So I'll rather take those smaller profits just to be safe. But $70 a week, if I get as many shares as possible, that's a lot. That's pretty good money. Pretty good money from that. Plus you get the dividend. That's good passive income. And let's go to Shopify. Shopify got such a good price on it. It's already $415 already, and I'm up 22% on this. Let's actually see how high Shopify went to. Shopify was all the way up to $540. So that's a $200 gain once I get back to that. Like I said, now since Shopify is such an getting to that expensive price in terms of just the price, I'm just going to be buying $100 at a time. I think anywhere below 350 for me would be a buying opportunity for Shopify. I really do hope that this lasts longer, where investors start realizing that this is going to be a really bad because unemployment's high, everything's not good. Everything is not good right now, and the market is just reacting like everything's just going to come back like instantly. And that's not what's going to happen, in my opinion. And I hope everyone realizes that soon and everyone starts selling off and starts stockpiling money, because most companies will not revamp everything quickly. Most companies will slowly build back up, and people need to pay their bills. People haven't been working for the past month and a half, and we don't know if the United States is going to reopen on May 1st. But right now, if the trend keeps going where it slows down, and if once that starts slowing down, I think they will reopen it. And there's always a possibility of the virus revamping up again. Everyone starts getting affected again, and that's probably going to be the worst case scenario, in which we would have to shut down the United States again. That would be the worst. That I could potentially see us breaking lows, probably even hitting 50% of what the Dow was. I think the Dow was getting close to 30,000. I would not be surprised if the Dow hits 15, if that does happen. Hopefully nothing bad happens, but I could see that happening. And right now we're looking at Microsoft. Average cost 137. We got such a good price on it. I'm up 20%. And in the past year, the highest point this company was at was probably 190. So that's a $53 gain per share. I only have 3 shares though, so it's like over $159. Yeah. And last but not least, Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness, my average cost is $47. Look at that. We actually are up 11% on this, where Planet Fitness was down all the way to $27. My God, I wish I could have just bought 100 shares of this. And Planet Fitness is just, it's at $27 and it just now 52. Look at that. March 18th to now, it doubled. 100% gain right here. 100% gain. I could not load the boat fast enough. I didn't have the cash on hand. Dang it. Man, the market just went up way too fast. I'm really hoping the markets go down. Because let's see, how much cash do I have? Any cash? I have $2,800 in buying power right now. I don't get paid on Tuesday, which I would probably add just another $100 or $200 because I have some bills to pay, and I'm not working that much, so I can't save as much. They cut my hours in half. I was working 40 hours a week. Now I'm working closer to 23, 24 hours a week. And that's why I'm able to post more videos for you guys, but I'm not making any money to buy any shares. The downside, upside, downside. There's always two sides to the story, and that's how what we're seeing right now in the markets. Uncertainty is basically all-time high, but the markets don't care. The markets don't care what's going on right now. Please drop a like, subscribe, turn post notifications on. That's the end of the video. I hope you guys are having a good day like me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another update.